Think the city is safe from the dangers of the wild? Think again. From bears to elephants to big cats and even rhinos. Let's check out some unbelievable animal invasions, all captured on camera. A lot of things can ruin a bathroom trip, but a tiger trying to eat you definitely tops the list. That's exactly what this man in India experienced.
Trick or treat.
Oh, hell no!
That's certainly one way to speed along a bowel movement. On the bright side, judging by the fact that this guy was able to post this video online, he got off lucky this time. But I'll bet he'll be getting that hole patched up before his next bathroom break. Ever heard the phrase, like a bull in a china shop? Well, here's a cow in a Colombian convenience store.
Holy moly.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more chaotic, another cow joins the party. The daring duo stayed trapped inside the store until some courageous workers guided them out.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Dang, I hope those guys have some really good insurance.
That looked expensive.
Speaking of courage, this young boy was glued to his phone, completely oblivious to the world around him, until a frickin' leopard casually strolled into the building. I don't know about you, but I definitely wouldn't stay that calm around an apex predator. The boy even shuts the door behind him, trapping the leopard inside. Thanks to his calm response, the authorities in this region of Maharashtra, India, were able to tranquilize and remove the beast shortly afterwards. This dad from Oregon had a moment of true parental terror when a coyote started chasing after his young kids. Considering coyotes have been known to take down animals as large as a deer, a small human child is absolutely on the menu for any particularly brave member of the predatory species. And despite all the chaos, though, thankfully no one was harmed. This time. Time for a genuine nightmare scenario. This is what happens when a 10-foot-long monitor lizard was caught breaking into this kitchen in Thailand. Let's just say that Godzilla over here was not thrilled to be escorted off the property. Thankfully, after a bit more dinosaur wrestling, these handlers eventually caught the enormous lizard and escorted him safely away.
My time has come.
Get ready to see something crazy. 8 escaped bulls were filmed tearing through a crowded parking lot in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, in a terrifying stampede. Narrowly avoiding one woman, these bulls had just escaped from a rodeo, and it was a miracle they didn't run out into traffic on the busy road nearby. Over the next 24 hours, the bulls were successfully rounded up, and thankfully no one was hurt. If you thought that was a close call, in this next clip, things get even closer. This man was enjoying a peaceful poolside nap when out of nowhere a black bear wandered into his yard. After taking a refreshing sip from the pool, the bear decided to check in on the sleeping fella.
You okay there? Wakey, wakey.
Talk about a wake-up call. And the craziest part, instead of running, the dude just picks up his phone and starts recording. Clearly he knows the #1 rule of the internet: the cameraman never dies. Imagine sitting in a cafe in Nepal when you see this big guy getting a taste for the city life. Orphaned rhinos, like this one, rescued and raised in captivity before being released into the surrounding wilds, often struggle to reintegrate into the wildlife, preferring human company instead. In fact, a few rhinos living around the Nepalese town of Sahwara Chitwan have even become tourist attractions, drawing in visitors eager to see them in person. But despite their comfort around people, these rescued rhinos are still wild animals and can be aggressive towards humans, as this clip shows. And to think, I have enough trouble with the local foxes. Now for something seriously scary. Watch what happens when pest control tries to remove a den of invading snakes hiding in the ceiling of a Malaysian home. Now that is nightmare fuel. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when humans disappeared from the streets, a herd of goats descended on a town in Wales and turned the hedges into an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Hello.
Welsh viewers, keep an eye out for this gang of rascals. I hear their leader goes by Billy the Kid. Meanwhile, in Thailand, COVID's massive reduction in tourist numbers meant less food for the local monkeys, leading to primate street wars. In this clip, rival gangs of monkeys were caught fighting over what appears to be a single pot of yogurt. Who's gonna tell these punks to quit monkeying around? Security footage captured in a Colorado home shows a fearsome intruder doing something crazy, a musical number. Not bad for a bear, right? I'd say his composition summed up my mood pretty well. If you're looking for animals with unexpected talents, the circus is one place you'll find plenty. Unfortunately for their owners, some are especially talented escape artists, like Viola, a circus elephant who was filmed escaping onto the streets of Butte, Montana, leaving onlookers questioning their own sanity.
Elephant walking down the road. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Only in Butte.
The circus elephant got loose.
Where are you going? Where are you going, friend?
Loving that commentary. Thankfully, before long, Viola's handlers were able to lead her back to her trailer. And believe it or not, this isn't the first time Viola has made a break for it. Honestly, I think Viola's more than earned her freedom. Who's with me? Across the pond in Italy, a similar situation unfolded when a lion, yes, a lion, escaped from a circus outside Rome and decided to go on a neighborhood stroll.
Just hanging around. Mamma mia.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Mamma mia indeed. The lion roamed the streets for several hours, visiting God knows how many unsuspecting folks along the way, whose reactions we can only begin to dream up in Photoshop, before being sedated and captured. Thankfully, no one got hurt. But can you imagine seeing that out of your window?
That sounds scary.
Exactly.
Let's check out the escapades of a dangerous creature with a surprisingly devious hidden talent. Coconut crabs. Found on islands across the Indian and Pacific Ocean, including Christmas Island, they're the largest land crab in the world, with legs spans up to 3 feet and bodies weighing as much as 9 pounds. They also have a mischievous streak, commonly known as robber crabs. They've earned a reputation for stealing anything they can get their claws on, especially shiny objects, but also food. One family learned this the hard way when their cookout was raided by not one, not by two, but by 52 hungry coconut crabs.
What is it all around?
Rubber crabs!
Rubber crabs? Hang on.
Rubber crabs!
All right, one. You count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know how many there even are.
Look at this guy. Look at that.
I know how many there are. I count 52.
There's 52 rubber crabs.
Oh my god!
They all seem super calm, but does anyone else find that mildly terrifying? Ever had your food delivery stolen before you got to the door? Well, I think I found the person, or should I say, bearson, to blame. Cool, calm, and collected. You just know this isn't his first heist. However, when it comes to stealing food, not all bears place the same value on stealth.
Going through my fridge, I see, aren't you? Gonna take all my food?
Daddy, chill.
Man even gave the fridge owner a screw you buddy look back.
We do not care.
Truly terrible bear behavior. And sorry, I'll stop now. Turns out, humans aren't the only ones who like taking the scenic route. Watch as these elephants pass through a neighborhood in Haridwar, India. Of course, not all animals are quite so graceful while navigating urban environments. Deer, in particular, have a special talent for running headfirst into glass.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Damn, little fella, that's gotta hurt. Run it off, I guess? Just like humans, animals can sometimes be their own worst enemy. Case in point, this turkey caught its reflection in the car's paint and decided to throw down with itself.
Oh my god.
Another bird that could use a serious lesson in self-love, this cassowary. A good thing its aggression is aimed at itself and not another living being, because cassowaries are no joke. Their muscular legs and massive talons can inflict serious, even fatal injuries. Normally they steer clear of people, but mess with their food or their chicks, and they won't think twice. Yikes. It's clear by now that the human world can be a pretty confusing place for animals, especially birds, like this pigeon discovered by a UK shopper laying on a box of chocolate eggs. Oh, bless her heart. I'm sure she'll make a great mother one day. Floods are a common way that animals end up in urban areas. In China, a man walking through a flooded street was incredibly shocked to be joined by a school of orange carpfish. It's like something out of a Disney movie. Anyone else now really want a street carp in every city street? Australia is famous for being home to some of the world's deadliest animals, but in 2021, rural communities had to reckon with a hideous plague of mice. This massive population boom happened after an unusually rainy year in New South Wales, which provided the perfect conditions for mice to safely build burrows in the soft ground. The rain also led to a bumper grain harvest for farmers, and this huge surplus of food brought those mice in and fueled them to breed and thrive to the extreme. Not all animals in cities are pests. Some can actually be helpful. In Bangkok, Thailand, hundreds of carp were released to a flooded, abandoned mall to control the mosquito population. Certainly more picturesque than the ground covering of used needles in my local abandoned building. In Lima, Peru, a bull broke free from a truck on its way to the slaughterhouse and instantly chose violence. After 40 minutes on the loose, the raging bull was eventually captured by locals. Honestly, I'd be pretty mad too if I was on my way to becoming a burger. But when it comes to fast food, I've always been more of a fried chicken guy. Something tells me this bear would agree.
Hey! Where's Ditka? Ditka?
Yes, bears can't get enough of those 11 herbs and spices either. Speaking of ruined meals, this gathering of family and friends in Vietnam was rudely interrupted by an uninvited guest. Luckily, no one got seriously hurt before the cow was ushered back out the door, with everyone missing injuries by a tiny margin. I guess sometimes it pays to be on your phone during dinner. If there's one thing we've learned so far, it's that wild animals have no respect for private property. This couple found this out the hard way while staying in an Airbnb in Zimbabwe when a crocodile decided to join them in the pool.
Oh, it's terrifying.
What a terrible way to kill the romantic mood. Despite being nipped by the crocodile twice, the woman made it out of the pool without any serious injuries. As for the crocodile, it was relocated to a nature reserve far away from humans. The shocking CCTV footage up next shows a bear breaking into a Los Angeles County home in the dead of night. But before the bear gets too comfortable, Doodle, the 16-year-old family dog, rushes to the rescue. Sure, Doodle doesn't exactly stop the bear, who eventually leaves on its own, but hey, points for trying, because it could have gotten a whole lot worse if he wasn't there to raise the alarm for his family. And don't worry, Doodle made it out in one piece. If spiders give you the creeps, you might want to look away. In 2018, a town in Greece was invaded by spiders, covering the beaches in a blanket of webs. The outbreak was caused by unusually hot and humid weather, which caused a surge in insects such as mosquitoes and gnats, and with plenty of food available, the spider population exploded.
That's terrifying.
This next clip takes us to India, where bulls were once again causing chaos. These two decided the middle of the road was the perfect place for a showdown. Some animals refuse to accept human territory claims, like this elephant seal who was filmed in a heated argument with a marine conservation officer in Tasmania, Australia.
Goodness, Neil. Uh-oh, time to go, Neil.
I guess it's a valuable lesson, but if you want to befuddle a seal, make sure you bring a ball on a stick. This next example of an animal appearing somewhere it shouldn't be is just bizarre. While exploring an abandoned prison in Puerto Rico, the urban explorers of the TP Urbex YouTube channel stumbled upon this.
There's a horse, a wild horse on the property. Look at this. This is crazy, guys. Just behind the barbed wire and everything. We found the horse again. He's out here eating. But we're gonna make our way out of this property right now. This was a super cool one. I hope you guys enjoyed.
I'm not sure why this wild horse decided to wander into here, of all places, but someone please tell him he's free to go. When humans move out of a building, animals are quick to move in. This abandoned movie theater, for example, is now home to a horrifying, massive colony of bats. For YouTuber That Critter Guy who captured this footage, it's just another day's work. But for most folks, it's nightmare fuel. And these scorpions, they made themselves at home in an abandoned house and bred like crazy.
Olha isso, gente. Meu Deus do céu, essa casa que eu achei aqui, cheia de escorpião. Me diz aí o que eu faço. Tá doido, velho. Tem escorpião demais, olha só.
The founding members of this army of pinchers and venom were likely driven here by floods, after which the shelter of the house and possibly other unseen insectoid residents serving as food provided everything required to bring this nightmare to life. But what if you move into a house and there's animals already living there? Well, that's what happened to Ben and Amber Sessions, an Idaho couple who discovered their newly purchased home was infested with garter snakes. There were quite literally thousands because, unbeknownst to the family, the house had been built on the site of an annual breeding ground, which, for decades, generations of snakes had marked with pheromones and returned to yearly. While thankfully the snake's venom was non-toxic, it was no less unnerving to have to clear them from the house every morning after they wheedled their way in by the dozens, leaving a stinking musk on every surface. At night, the couple lay awake listening to the unnerving sound of thousands of snakes moving behind the drywall of their bedroom. The couple even claimed the water tasted like snakes after the reptiles got into their plumbing system. That is gross. They were forced to abandon the home, leading to a foreclosure and personal bankruptcy, serving as one animal invasion with serious consequences. Not all invading snakes possess such mild venom as garter snakes, though. You're about to see snake handler Kevin Hewlett expertly remove a highly venomous boom slang from a yard in South Africa.
Yeah, it is. Got it. It's a boom slang. Haha, you only saw a very small portion of the snake. It's very large.
No way. Yes.
Elizabeth. Yeah, she's getting a bit defensive, but she should see the hole and want to go hard. There we go. There you go.
While this snake might not look that tough, a bite from a boomslang can be fatal if left untreated. However, the craziest thing about this clip is that Kevin is handling the snake in flip-flops and shorts, especially considering the speed it exhibits when set free.
Well, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Animals have little respect for the things we hold dear, like this deer. The baffled buck was filmed just after he crashed straight through a window of a church.
Oh my word! Oh my word! What is happening? That is a buck! No, don't go up there! Don't go up there! He went through the window in the auditorium. Oh. Yes!
I wonder what the Bible has to say about doing sweet parkour moves on the walls of a church. Every year on Christmas Island, millions of crabs migrate from the rainforest to the ocean to mate and spawn, turning the island's roads into a moving red carpet. You can easily imagine getting caught up in the midst of this and being driven up a tree in fear. Local park rangers go all out to keep these critters safe on their journey, closing roads and even building a 16-foot-high crab bridge. While it may cause a temporary invasion of local infrastructure, the migration itself is a marvel of nature. Males arrive at the coast first, digging burrows and waiting for the females to arrive. After a quick mating rendezvous, the guys return to the forest, leaving the ladies behind to develop their eggs. Romantic, right? A couple weeks later, the females emerge from their burrows and release their eggs into the ocean with a groovy little dance that would make TikTok jealous. The eggs hatch into tiny crab larvae, which drift on the ocean currents. And once they've developed further, they hang out in rock pools until it's time to journey inland and start the whole cycle over again, shutting off roads and blanketing the ground in crabby chaos. These crabs could really learn a lesson in road etiquette from this group of deer in Japan, who patiently wait alongside humans to cross a busy intersection. I wonder if those deer also respected jaywalking laws. Speaking of law-abiding citizens, these coyote pups were caught howling along to police sirens in a Chicago cemetery, mistaking the sound for fellow coyotes. In some parts of the world, deadly animals are just part of everyday life. These golfers don't even bat an eye as a giant gator strolls across the green.
Hello there.
I like to imagine this type of thing with gators literally everywhere is all just another day in Florida. Heck, couples weekend in Miami, you might even find yourself married to a gator. The last thing you want invading anywhere near your belongings is a mass of stinging insects. Unfortunately, though, in 2016, these bees refused to leave a car in Wales for 2 full days. The 20,000-strong army set up camp on and in the car after the Queen got trapped inside. Eventually, the bees were safely removed by beekeepers before they could turn this Mitsubishi into a honey factory on wheels. Meet Aki, a capuchin monkey from Tohoku Safari Park in Japan whose intelligence might have just overtaken a big chunk of humanity's because she knows how to use a vending machine. As you'll see, Aki hasn't really mastered the whole picking a drink part of the process. Jeez, girl.
Chill out.
But what Aki lacks in technical ability, she more than makes up for in integrity. Watch how she returns the change to her keeper before enjoying some well-deserved grape juice. It's only a matter of time before Aki's joining the rat race in the big city. No one's job is safe. A commuter in Russia got the shock of his life when an escaped bear suddenly started to chase him.
О, автобус сбил. Ёлки.
Yikes. Thankfully, despite colliding with the bus, neither the bear nor any humans were seriously hurt, and the furry beast was quickly relocated to a national park. Not all mass invasions of animals are quite so terrifying. This next one is astonishing for a very different reason. This breathtaking sight is what's known as a murmuration of starlings, swirling over the Italian city of Sassari at sunset. As thousands of individual birds gather into one giant, evolving, liquid-like mass, this odd herding technique is thought to confuse predatory birds, making it a useful defense measure. And for us on the ground, it's an astonishing visual reminder that animals aren't always scary. They're also pretty darn cool. If you'd like to see just how astonishing and weird animals can get, check out the video on screen now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.